Hey, y'all. As a growing family, my husband and I love game night, especially when it's Wayfair edition.
Let's do it. You gotta name as many Wayfair furniture and decor categories as you can. Ready? Go.
Sofas, bar stools, beds, ottomans, outdoor seating, bookshelves, kitchen tables, garden sheds, mid-century modern lamps.
Time. Nice. You got 9 out of a lot. Not too bad. Keep practicing by visiting wayfair.com, where you can shop every style for every home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
This is Optimal Work Daily. What it really takes to build influence by Jeff Goins of goinswriter.com. How do you build influence? Is it through a blog, a speaking career, incessant marketing and conference attendance? Or is it something else? After interviewing some famous people, well, famous to me at least, I was pretty proud of myself. I had overcome my fear of meeting new people and was surprised by how many were willing to give me the time of day. Could it really be so simple as just asking? I was blown away. Overconfident and high on adrenaline, I emailed Julian Smith to boast of my discovery, but he disagreed, saying that was not the best way to influence people. What is then? I asked. Meeting people in person, he said calmly. Oh yeah, that. What I learned from envy. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to be a writer. I set a writing schedule, started calling myself a writer, even told my wife and friends that I'd publish a book someday. But all of that hinged on one important move. I had to build a platform, which meant at some point, people had to know me. And that meant I had to interact with others, like in real life and stuff. Nothing could have scared me more. For years, I watched others succeed at this. They created blogs, got published, and started public speaking careers. All the while, I remained in obscurity, watching with curiosity and seething with envy. I didn't get it. What did they have that I didn't? Was it talent, charisma, mad DJ skills? No, it was something far more simple and far more difficult. Relationship. That's what these influencers had that I didn't. They knew people, the right people, and those people introduced them to other people. Connection led to more connection until they reached a state of momentum where nothing could stop them. And that's all a platform really is, a way to connect your message to an audience that cares. But how could I build one? What would I do to connect with people? I hated the idea of networking and handing out business cards. But maybe there was another way. Maybe instead of being the smarmy self-promoter constantly selling himself, I could do something different. Maybe I could add value instead of taking it. How I started building influence. Little by little, I started finding ways to help people. An interview with an expert, free cup of coffee for someone I admired, even a little bit of advice doled out to strangers. Slowly, people started to talk about me. Word of mouth grew and opportunities opened up. And as this happened, I discovered an important principle about influence. It's not who you know, it's who you help. Before I knew it, there was a community of people telling others about me. My name spread. My network grew. I was becoming a person of influence, and it all started with service. It began with a simple change in mindset. Instead of hounding, I was helping. Sharing instead of shoving my message down people's throats. Giving instead of taking. For the longest time, I waited for someone to notice me, to be picked by a publisher. I counted the days till my opportunity of a lifetime would arrive, but it never came. It wasn't until I started showing interest in others that anyone bothered paying attention to me. That's when I realized what had been missing all along. During that time of waiting and wondering when my big break would fall into my lap, the answer evaded me. But as my dream came true, it dawned on me. Offline relationship leads to online connection. All this technology is a tool. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a means to an end. And that end is relationship. The takeaways. Influence, for me, isn't about big ideas or huge campaigns. It's about little conversations, small discussions and interactions that add up over time. It's not about being especially charismatic or popular. It's about helping people, using the resources you have to make a difference. It's not about being exceptionally smart or brilliant. It's just about asking the right questions, being curious enough to care. If you were to look at the people who made an impact on your life, you would probably see a trend. The most influential people are not the loudest voices or most prominent personalities. They're just the ones who stick around. That's the secret. influencers keep showing up. They outlast and outgive the rest of the pack. And because they do, we remember them. So if that's what influence really is, more of a skill than a gift, then it's something we all can practice. And that wouldn't be such a bad thing, would it? More people making others matter? Being helpful and generous and not giving up until they've served someone? No, I don't think that would be too bad at all. You just listened to the post titled, What It Really Takes to Build Influence by Jeff Goins of goinswriter.com. And thank you to Jeff for giving us permission to narrate from his blog today. You can come visit his site, which I have linked in this episode's description and at holdpodcast.com. He is a super popular writer, the best-selling author of 5 books, including The Art of Work and Real Artists Don't Starve. On Jeff's site, you can hear his thoughts on writing, life, and creative work. So you're going to hear him narrate it across a few of our shows. And if you're looking to share your work, but you're afraid of becoming the starving artist, his site is definitely for you. Lots of great advice there. So come check it out at goinswriter.com. That's Goins writer.com. And thanks again to Jeff for letting us share his work. But that's all I've got today. Thanks so much for being here and listening all the way through. And I will be back with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.